This is a sports catastrophe production. Hey there, Heather Ho, there's Jeff Cutter Diamond welcoming you to another sports catastrophe on this day. And on this day, February the 2nd, 1997, Scotty Bowman did what no coach ever did in the NHL. He put up not 500, not 600, not even 800, but 1,000 career wins. This would be amazing and all that. However, what seemed to be that was huge. Scotty Bowman started life. He had a head injury while playing junior hockey, but that did not let him to retire. He did play for a few years after that. But then Scotty Bowman basically decided to go into coaching. And he was the assistant coach for the expansion St. Louis Blues in 1968. But Al Arbor resigned as coach of the Blues to do other things, and Scotty Bowman was put behind the bench. He led St. Louis to not one, but 3 straight Stanley Cup finals. Unfortunately, this was the period of time when the NHL decided to have an expansion team automatically make the Stanley Cup final against one of the original 6. So they put the original 6 in one division and then the other 6 teams in the other division. And St. Louis came out of the Western playoffs every time, only to get swept each time, twice by the Habs and once by the Bruins. The NHL, after Buffalo and Vancouver came into the league in 1970, decided to put Buffalo and Vancouver in the East. Why would you put Vancouver in the East? But then they moved Chicago over to the West, trying to balance things out. So for a few years, Vancouver was in the NHL's Eastern Division. But anyway, Bowman slipped up a little bit, and then St. Louis basically canned him. He wasn't out of work for long, as Montreal had their own coaching problems. After Al McNeil contentiously was turfed for his relationship and ruining things with Pocket Rocket, Henri Richard. So Bowman got the Montreal job after McNeil left. So anyway, Bowman had a great career with the Habs, getting them to many Stanley Cups and all that. 73, 76, 77, 78, and 79. So 5 Stanley Cups. And then Bowman, for some strange reason, decided to quit the Montreal organization. Mostly because of the fact that he was upset he wasn't given the GM spot after Sam Pollock, the legendary Sam Pollock, retired. It went to Irving Grendman, who basically was a second. So Bowman decided to leave the Montreal organization, and he would coach and GM for Buffalo from 1980 to 1987. Of course, Scotty Bowman could have been the Leafs coach / general manager, but Bowman was not too happy with Harold Ballard's meddling as owner of the Leafs. And so Bowman said, no, I am taking the deal with Buffalo. Buffalo didn't do too badly under his tenure, but it could have been better. Anyway, Scotty Bowman then went into broadcasting for a while, and then Pittsburgh came calling. Said, you will be the assistant coach. So he was. He was assistant for the 91 Stanley Cup champions. But then when Badger Bob Johnson got sick and eventually died of cancer, Bowman would be the important interim coach. But after Badger Bob died, he was the main head coach and helped them win the 92 Stanley Cup. And also should have been a 3rd straight Stanley Cup in 1993, but if not for David fucking Folek. After Pittsburgh, he decided to head for Detroit, who were suffering of their own. They had the longest Stanley Cup drought. Actually, no, they didn't. The Rangers did for 1 year. But anyway, the Red Wings were really a bad franchise. If you look at Detroit now, it's like, oh, bravo, they're great in the 90s and all that. But let's not forget that the Red Wings were really terrible from 1970 to 1987, I think. They only made like 3 playoffs in their history. They weren't the playoff juggernauts they were in the 90s. But Scotty Bowman helped Detroit out, despite a first-round playoff shock loss to the Sharks. He got them to Stanley Cup in the final in 95, but the Devils beat them in 4 straight. He helped Detroit in 96 become the best team ever with 62 wins. A little bit tainted because Detroit played 82 games, whereas the 1977 Habs, who had the record with 60 wins, did it in 80 games. Regardless, Detroit was taken out of the conference finals by Colorado because of a great Patrick Waugh performance. Anyhow, Scotty Bowman got to his 1,000th win. Al Arbor was the legendary the coach who won many games for the Islanders in the 1970s and 80s. But unfortunately, he was at the end of his rope, so he retired. And then Scotty Bowman, on this day, February the 3rd, 2nd, pardon, 1997, in Pittsburgh, in front of a national TV audience, because Fox did Saturday 3 o'clock games. Was it ABC? No, it was Fox. Detroit went to Pittsburgh and beat them 5-2 and got Bowman win number 1,000. Bowman would continue coaching for 5 more years, retiring after getting the Red Wings the 2002 Stanley Cup. And he's still actively in the Chicago system. Lord only knows what will happen to Scotty Bowman. But anyway, that's what happened. Anyway, I'm Jeff Diamond. I do.